he just bailed.
James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at.
Welcome back, Fear Chasers. You know, you don't really think about how fragile life is until you're in a place where one wrong step could change everything. Somewhere dark, cold, and impossibly quiet. These are places that test even the bravest. And in today's video, we're watching moments where that test nearly turned deadly. We're kicking off today's video with footage from YouTuber Cantrell Caving, a perfect example of how claustrophobia can quickly take control of the mind. A group of cavers, some seasoned and some less experienced, set out to explore a route known as Demolition Ranch Spring. This cave is almost entirely filled with water, making every move more dangerous. Let's take a look.
Alright guys, we have made it out to the cave that's on the Demolition Ranch.
I record, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Straight line. And these are waterproof?
Huh?
These are waterproof?
Make sure the gasket's sealed, yeah.
Alright.
Let's get into it! We're not even close. Oh man, this is cold. Dude, I pulled this thing up. This is sick. Dude, this is awesome!
Oh, we're going further? Holy crap.
Let him push it.
Let's go.
As the group enters the cave, they're immediately met with deep water, so much that only their heads remain above the surface. The structure itself is stunning, the kind of place a caver dreams about. But that dream turns uneasy when they realize that moving forward means squeezing into a passage with barely inches of space between the rock above and the water below. What starts as awe quickly shifts into tension. Claustrophobia warning.
He's going upside down.
That's how you're supposed to do it, man. Yeah.
Really? That makes it easier.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Which way did you go, Edward?
Snorkel would be nice right by now.
Yeah.
I got so much water in my head. Good times. Good times.
What? Yeah, go look for him.
Does it really go further?
Is he under? This is the waiting area.
I'm glad I didn't go in there and wait.
Are you going, Jacob?
Oh, he just bailed. Stop.
You're good. Oh my God! I'm coming out. All right, we'll back it out.
It's frightening how quickly things can change in a cave. One moment, you're fine, carefully navigating a narrow passage, and the next, sheer panic takes over. Sometimes it only takes a single thought, spiraling into a wave of despair. Claustrophobia is mostly psychological, but when it sets in, it feels terrifyingly real, and there's no stopping the body's reaction. Thankfully, everyone made it out with only minor injuries, but caving is risky enough on its own. Add deep water and just inches of breathing space, and you unlock a whole new level of fear. If this already has your palms sweating, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments how far you think you'd make it in a cave like this. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next moments only get more intense. In January of 2014, a video surfaced on YouTube from a YouTuber in the UK who, along with a small group, set out to tackle one of the region's more challenging routes. This particular cave system is notorious for its constant flow of running water, with deep pools collecting in certain areas, making the journey far from straightforward. Despite the difficulty, the team navigates much of the route without any major issues. But as they press deeper underground, the conditions begin to shift, and before long, one member of the group finds themselves in a situation that quickly turns serious. Probably one of the worst situations you could ever find yourself in, right? As the group moves deeper into the cave, it becomes clear that one member is having trouble squeezing through a particularly tight section. At first, it's just a struggle, but soon he's completely stuck. And as if that isn't bad enough, there's water rushing through the passage. Being wedged in solid rock is one thing, but being trapped with water pressing towards you is an entirely different kind of terror. Fortunately, there's just enough space for the flow to pass. With no way forward, he's eventually able to work himself free, retreating back and getting some help from the rest of the group to pull him out.
James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him.
Two daring brothers, better known on YouTube as the Action Adventure Twins, are no strangers to high-anxiety caving expeditions. This time, they set their sights on Pettyjohn Cave, a vast karst system hidden on the east side of Pigeon Mountain in Walker County, Georgia. With a surveyed length of over 31,000 feet and a depth plunging 235 feet below the surface, Pettyjohn is no casual adventure. It's the kind of place that demands skill, precision, and nerves of steel. One wrong move in its twisting, narrow passages could turn this daring trip into a nightmare.
Okay, today we're at Pettyjohn's Cave, and we're going to a place called Nervous Breakdown. It's gonna be hours back in this cave. I think Nervous Breakdown is gonna be just as bad as it sounds. Whoa, entrance room. All right, we got the first climb up here. Oh, it's so tight, man. Not much bigger than my backpack.
The two brothers move confidently through the cave, squeezing through tight crevasses and crawling through narrow, claustrophobic gaps. Everything seems to be going smoothly until they make a risky decision to split up. In a place like Pettyjohn, that choice can turn an adventure into a tense, nerve-wracking ordeal.
This rock looks like it's barely held up by anything. Oh, sketch. I hope my brother's okay. This is how bad movies start when we split up. I found a rope! Huh. Oh, I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
He's right. This is exactly how horror movies begin. Getting separated in a cave where every twist and tunnel looks the same, and suddenly, your brother stops responding. Realizing you've drifted too far apart in the dark and widening passages is the kind of moment that turns an adventure into a waking nightmare.
James! James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. James! Still nothing. Where I left James has got to be back this way somewhere. James! Oh! You're over here? Oh, dude.
Just watching this is enough to give you secondhand panic. You can't help but imagine yourself in his position, feeling that crushing mix of fear and isolation. After more than 30 tense minutes apart, the brothers finally reunite and make their way out of the cave, likely overwhelmed with relief. Adventures like this bring adrenaline and excitement, but there's always that unspoken truth lingering in the background. If something goes wrong in a place like this, it could be the last mistake you ever make.
We made it, man.
In our final clip, YouTuber exploring abandoned mines and unusual places heads into another old, long-forgotten mine. With his gear ready and a new flashlight he's testing for this trip, he starts making his way through the dark tunnels. These places haven't been touched in decades, and with each step, the silence and darkness seem to grow heavier. Let's take a look.
Okay, that's the portal to the Waldeck mine. I'm inside. The wind has kind of died down a little bit, and it's not raining, so I managed to stay dry. Of course, I'm inside this little alcove, kind of. But anyway, you come down this little incline path, and then big boulders here you have to climb over, and then the tunnel's right behind me. Right up there is a little bat sleeping. And we're headed this way, so let me get down here and turn off my lights.
As he ventures further into the mine, his flashlight cuts through the darkness, revealing the remnants of its past. Rusted support beams, splintered timbers, and long-forgotten tools lying untouched for decades. Step by step, the silence pressing in on all sides. Then, without warning, that silence shatters.
Where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is.
Whatever that was, it sent a chill straight down my spine. It almost sounded like whispers, layered voices, just low enough that you can't quite make out the words. Sure, it could have been bats, but there's something about the way it echoed that didn't feel natural. In a place like that, deep underground, sounds can play tricks on you, or maybe they don't. Either way, he makes the smart choice and heads back. Some places, you just don't take chances. If you enjoyed this dive into some of the most terrifying caving moments caught on camera, make sure to hit like, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Trust me, the next video goes even deeper.